I'll take that one all day.
Well, now I've got no picture again. Honest to God. I don't know what's going on here. The stream. I don't know. Crazy. I have to go all the way out and restart to get my camera back. Just too weird. Yeah, Aquatic Conquest has got such a neat thing. We're going to play it in a few minutes. Lee, if you...
I don't know.
I need
Crazy.
I have to go all the way out and restart. Lee, if you want to come on a little later and do an opening, an unboxing, whatever you like to do. David Piper, good morning, David. Nice to see you. Aquatic Conquest. Followers, yes, followers. Right. So Lee, do you want to do that unboxing online here this morning? Is that, and Lee's saying never. What does that mean? Oh, I see. All right. Cory. So answer my question so I know what direction we're headed in. Let's see. Yeah, we're a little slow on the uptake this morning, aren't we? I guess people are used to it starting a little later. I've been late so often now. The expectation is I'm going to be late, I guess. What are we at? We're at like 10 people watching. Get up to 20, we'll play Aquatic Conquests. Aquatic Conquests. That's hard to say. At 20, we'll play ACs. video. Love to unbox live. Hope today, if not soon. Wait until you're properly well. Well, only you know that, Lee. We can't pass judgment on that for you, but you know, at your pleasure, certainly, which will be our pleasure. So we're excited about you coming up. Excited about you being with us and unboxing. I know it's going to be great fun. So whenever you're ready, I hope today too. I'll just keep posting the link if I can remember to do it. Copy, paste. Cassie B is at a Taekwondo tournament and lurking until she has to go. So the little boys are doing Taekwondo. How nice. Well, that'll be a fun day. That'll be a fun day. Stephen Law. Good morning. Nice to see you. Well, Saturday. I got mugs in yesterday. I got 10 more mugs in yesterday. And I shipped out, I think, 8. So there are a bunch of them in the mail. If you ordered one, you'll be getting it in the next day or two. There were a few people I could not send it to because they needed more information. And I have contacted them each by email. So hopefully I'll get an answer back and we'll be able to get those out as well. David Piper. Hi, Roger S. Good morning. Yeah, that's about the way I feel, Lee. Aquatic Conquest conquered conquests of aquatics, conjuring all aquarists to conquer aquatics. Patrick Paulson. Yes, I made it. Roger S. I have a question to Father Fish. 2 days ago, I lost 2 Angus Brown's Corys. They were white color a couple of days before they died. Any suggestions? Heavens no. I've lost Corys too many times and never really understood why. They just seem to be, they're either delicate or they're rock solid. I've had some live for years. I've had others that couldn't keep alive. I think, frankly, it's got to do with water conditions. Your conditions need to be stable. I have mine in hard alkaline water. You can keep them in water that goes down to neutral and that's not nearly as hard. They need to be able to eat, but in an aged tank, they'll not have any trouble finding food because they eat off. They burrow into the bottom, not deep, maybe a quarter of an inch. That'll go down deep into the substrate, and they're looking for algae and little worms, copepods. any little critter that's in there. Zelf Ernid. Good morning. How are you, Zelf? Nice to have you with us. Pebbling Creek's talking about toxins that Cory's emit. That's absolutely true. Um, there are cases in which Cory's 2 or 3 or more to a bag will die in the bag, all of them, because when they're stressed, they release a toxin that presumably is a defense mechanism that passes away from them in open water, but in a bag it remains there and will wind up killing them. Strange little animal. I should also say that they are poisonous. They're toxic. If you pick one up with your hand and the fins, either the dorsal or the 2 ventrals, prick your finger, it will burn like fire and it'll hurt for a while. It's not a terrible pain, not like that catfish that got me, but it's bad enough to draw your attention to it. Lee Willcox. He had trouble writing it. It was well done, Lee. Very well done. So, Aeneas bronze Corys. Do you have other Corys in with them? Was it just those 2, or was that your total Cory population? And turning white simply means that they were sick before they died. The white means they probably had some kind of bacterial infection or perhaps even a parasitic infection. There was something wrong with them. So try them again. You just got to get back on that horse. But check out your parameters. Make sure your water is stable and healthy. If the pH is off, or if the nitrates are too high, or if there's ammonia in the water, that could certainly affect them. Aquatic Conquest. Like a fine whiskey that's been aged. Don't know what that refers to. Cory toxins, baby. Patrick Paulson. Someone told me you're going to stay for 3 hours today. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, I was not anticipating doing that. In fact, oh, excuse me. Jeremy is going to be here in about an hour. He's been working on the website and has organized the store and the shop, and it looks really good. I really like it. You might check that. Check out Father Fish. What's it called? FatherFishAquariums.com. Coffee, yes. David Piper. My notion precisely. Coffee it is. Sava. Oh, dripping coffee. I made it a little stronger today. I couldn't taste it yesterday. I can taste it today. I guess that'll have COVID. You know, they said that's one of the symptoms of COVID is the loss of taste. Hello to Wendy. Where is Wendy? Manish is here. Hello, Hello, Manish. Nice to see you. Zelf is adding clay kitty litter to the soil mixture. No, it's a good idea. It's a perfectly fine thing to do, Zelf. In fact, it adds a lot of nutrients, and given the opportunity in a rich culture to break down, it'll provide those nutrients over the long haul. So, yes, adding clay kitty litter, as you've described, is is a good idea. I haven't been doing it. I did finally buy some, but I simply haven't gotten around to using it. But it's fine. It's certainly not a problem. Oh dear, David Piper's talking about catching walleye and poking his buddy's younger brother with a dorsal fin. That sounds uniquely nasty. I got 6 the other day. They were new to the dirted tank. The first fish is in it. Interesting. Oh, so you got 6 and lost 2. Well, then I would suggest it was not your fault, not your tank, that they came in that way. Um, and I would not worry about it. Take them back and see if you can get 2 more from where you got them, or credit or something. There was something wrong with them coming in. Yeah, Pablo. All right. David Piper. Okay, we're gonna try this. My mother Wendy says hello all. I'm talking to her on WhatsApp. Well, hello to Wendy. Hi, how are you, Wendy? Nice to hear from you. How do you usually treat swim bladder? Oh, oh boy. I do microsurgery. Patrick, was it Pablo? I do microsurgery. The problem with swim bladder is that it requires microsurgery. There's really very, very little you can do. I have tried lancing the bladder in order to relieve pressure, and that works for a time. It's not a permanent fix. I've tried antibacterials like feeding garlic to try to, in the assumption that it's a bacterial infection, to try to get rid of the infection. Because it's internal, you got to get the medicine inside the fish. Big fish are easier to treat that way than little fish. You can take a capsule and stick it in the mouth of a feeder fish and feed it to a big fish, and you've got the medicine inside them. With tiny fish, it's a little different. You have to treat the food and hope the food gets in their belly. Oh, can red bricks be used in aquariums? Holly says. Yeah, if they're aged, and I guess they all are. I don't know about a new red brick. It should be fine. It's baked, and it's going to have any toxins baked out of it. It's not like concrete that has to be aged. The baking process would remove the lime from it. If it has lime in it, I guess it does. I would use old red bricks rather than new ones. Better chance they're going to be aged. But yeah, they'll be fine. Mummy says, bless you all. Well, bless Mummy. One Dirty Platty is here. Good morning. Markio 306. Hello, hello. Pablo Dormond. Wow. Quite a challenge. Thanks for the advice. Don't know what he's referring to. I'm jumping between a couple of different streams here, so I'm not sure. Okay. Patrick Paulson had this thing about staying 3 hours today. I don't think so. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Betsy's not in yet. She'll be here in a while. Jeremy be here in a while. Maybe we'll get him on and let him talk about the website. Let's see. Oh, they're old, Holly says. Well, it should be perfect. I think it'll be fun. They'll probably look really cool, too. Yeah, right. Where are we here? We got 23 watching. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Let's take a look at Aquatic Conquest's newest version of our official, and this will be our official. It's not a theme song. It's really an opening and a closing. Leah's still got the theme song, rights to the theme song, but this is our formal opening. Here we go. Gotta get the volume up. Come on. I got new volume. Got new volume. You can crank it up. Yeah, I think it's too low. I see. Need to kick it up. Huh. I'm a little deep. Very cool. Thank you, Aquatic Conquest. That is magnificent. About as pro as it gets. And what will make this really special will, of course, be having having all of you submit a picture or a clip or something that we can include, that Aquatic Conquest can include in the video, so that we'll really have a record of everybody who's a regular here. Let's see. Nathan is here and he's resting his ankle. Manish is loving it. Pablo Durmond. Hello, hello. Patrick Paulson wants a film 10 seconds too. Well, send it over to Aquatic Conquest, and he'll be sure to include you. Nathan Fishboy. Stop by Father Fish. Need to rest my ankle. Have a great stream. I'll watch replay in the morning. So it's not morning there. That is epic, isn't it, Lee? Absolutely. Oh, Peplin Creek says he likes the beard on the opening page of the website. That's funny. I don't. I think the picture that that Susan sent, that's now all over Facebook, is the one I like the best. I want to talk to Jeremy when he gets here and switch that one. It's a big smile picture that I really like. I think the one Peplin Creek likes is a smile too. So that seems to be better. So that is magnificent. Aquatic Conquest, just magnificent. Foxy's Fish, good morning, Roxanne. Nice to see you. Aquatic Conquest will leave a link in the comments so you can send clips or pictures or whatever to him at that link, and he's working on this every day. Every day he's got an updated version. He probably will get it to weekly. I trust, because I'm sure it's an enormous amount of work. The whole thing just improves qualitatively every single day. It's just amazing to watch that happen. Yes, Aquatic Conquest borrowed my picture from images on Google. There's a lot of stuff on Google, an amazing amount of stuff on Google. And of course, I've got a lot here. There's also a lot on Facebook. Starting next week, I'm going to have someone working just on social media, doing postings on social media. So we're going to start really getting the virtuals out there, which of course will include this piece, Aquatic Conquest, because we're going to want to put that everywhere. Nathan Fishboy is in Australia, currently 10 in the evening. Oh dear. Did something to his ankle while installing a 6 foot long by 4 foot wide outdoor pond. Wow. Sounds like a great pond. 6 feet long, 4 feet wide. Well, I hope your ankle gets better quickly. One dirty flatty. Hello, David Piper. I'm repeating myself. Anthony T's tank. Billy Dog. Lee says, AC, you might need to edit the video weekly as new people send photos and videos in. Are you up for that? I really hope so, because this was a real joy. And then this is the footage for this week. So that's magnificent. Really magnificent. Foxy's Fish. says, ice it will, Nathan. And says, good morning, David. I enjoyed learning quickly. Next, it'll be 3D graphics. Wow. Wow. So this is a learning curve for you. That is so cool. So cool. Peplin Creek. I have some cool little videos on my channel. You have my permission to use something if you want. Send them over something you like. Peplin Creek. That'll be the surest way to get something to them. J Dog, Markio 306, Pablo. Father, do you think the hobby has developed well through all these years? I've heard people that say that the hobby was better 30 to 40 years ago. Wow. Pablo, that's a really interesting question. It would be easy for me to say that. And it depends on which aspect of the hobby you're looking at. Certainly, the variety of fish that's available now exceeds anything that anyone could even imagine. When I was a kid, there were, I don't know, fewer than 100, probably fewer than 50, maybe only 25 or so species of fish that were commonly available in the hobby. Things we take for granted now. And most of them were fish that were native to Florida or to Central America. Although we were not getting the big cichlids, it was all little stuff. It was all live bearers and a few tetras. Really, not very many tetras. The difficulty bringing tetras in was they had to be flown in. And until there was some kind of regular air service coming out of South America, it wasn't possible to do that. The first angels that came into this country didn't get here until the 1930s, and they came in by ship. And they cost, I don't know how much, at least $1,000. I think it was considerably more. They started to be bred, and finally they started to be flown in. Trying to remember who it was. Axelrod. Axelrod flew a small airplane, a small biprop from South America, I think from Peru, into Miami once a week and brought fish in. That was in the 50s and I guess into the early 60s. Those were the first fish to come into this country from South America. There was nothing coming in from the Far East, nothing coming in from Africa. It wasn't until later in the 60s when the airlines began shipping fish. And that was largely due to the efforts of Merle Cohen, who figured out how to box them, how to put fish in bags and put bags in styrofoam boxes or cardboard. They used cardboard initially to ship them on the airlines, and ice packs. In the winter, they didn't have heat packs. We were getting some Malawi cichlids in the late 60s. Very few. They were, of course, coming in wild, but they were pretty easy to spawn. So the people who got them figured out how to spawn them, and that began an explosion of Africans. So the fish is a big part of it, of course. There are other things that have happened that that I personally take umbrage with. The commercialization of the hobby, which I guess is inevitable, has gotten completely out of hand to the point where products are manufactured, developed and manufactured that have no business being in the hobby at all. They are of no value to a person who really is a legitimate fish keeper, somebody who's trying to keep varieties of fish alive. They serve no function at all. A lot of those products exist purely for the to attract the hobbyist and to get the hobbyist to buy them, and they have no value in a fish tank. So there's too much of that. Also, the willingness on the part of mercantilists to sell with no real consideration for what it is they're selling and how it affects the ability of especially the new hobbyist to keep fish. Anybody who's running a fish store who's not paying attention to the new hobbyist and giving them the tools they need to be successful is simply not doing their job. That was one of the things that was most vital, I think, about the early years of the hobby. I talked the other day about back in the 60s in Baltimore, there were 47 fish stores, 47 tropical fish stores, and that included virtually no saltwater. Saltwater was new and difficult. Very few people were willing to try it. That was all fresh water. Of those 47, there were 3, maybe 4 of them were large, very big shops with a lot of product, a lot of fish. Back then, there wasn't a lot of dry goods. It was all fish. But there were just a small handful of shops that had a lot of tanks and a lot of fish. Everybody else had maybe 50 tanks, some as few as 25. And they were running little operations out of their home, out of their garage. Good morning, Betsy. I cleaned the water in the red, but it gets really nasty.
Yeah.
I think it's the food. It just rots in one day.
Wow.
Those bugs.
Okay.
Try the pellets.
Okay.
I've got some jars of it over there. Go ahead and open one of those jars if you want.
Okay.
It's dry bugs and stuff.
Perfect.
That might be a little better.
Did you find the soft shell in there?
No, I didn't look.
Okay, that's all right. And I did pull one dead one out of there 2 days ago. I think a small one.
A yellow belly, red belly?
Yellow belly.
Yellow belly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, thank you. I tried some of it yesterday. I bailed some of it out. And
Yeah, if I can ever get some help in here again, I'm going to have somebody go through that.
Yeah.
Apparently, our little girl is wanting to come back, but embarrassed to ask. So I'm hoping she'll get her courage up.
Yeah.
I may send a message to ask her to call me because I could use some help cleaning up.
Exactly. She was
Yeah.
a great cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really what I need to make. Mostly right now, I'm just, kind of basic maintenance, getting the bags cleaned and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I will be in touch with her
Okay.
this week and see if we can get her back in here.
It's getting a little cooler. That's probably why she.
It is, yeah, it's a little better.
Little.
Not quite as deadly.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Betsy.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anyway, the other 40 or so shops were little marginal operations. They were really hobbyists who had, some of them had an angle. I remember one of them called Acme Tropical Fish. Acme repaired and built fish tanks. He made metal frame tanks, welded the metal together. They were steel. They were not aluminum, they were steel. He melted steel angle iron together, welded it, used roofing tar. Now, Henry Hall used to use roofing tar, and he would soften it with, what in the world did he use? Oh God, I'll never remember. A liquid, like an alcohol. It wasn't alcohol. Varnaline. He used varnaline, which probably is hard to find anymore. It was a varnish that was used to polish, to put a high gloss on wood floors. He mixed that in with the tar, and it made it not become rigid and crack when it hardened. It kept it malleable. And then they would put the glass in, usually use slate bottoms. They almost always use slate bottoms, particularly in the larger, like anything 10 gallons or bigger. He made tanks and he repaired tanks. So that was kind of his angle. There were other shops that were breeders, like guppy breeders or angel breeders, and so they would have a number of strains of really fancy guppies, and these were shops that were in the Yellow Pages. You could find them. I lived on the Yellow Pages. Every time I went into a new city, I'd go through the Yellow Pages to find the fish stores. Or the shops were happy to refer each other because they didn't all do the same thing. So there was more of a camaraderie. And many of these people were best friends, people who were friends throughout their lives. I'm not talking shop owners who shared with each other, helped with each other, supported each other. They were a community. And they were very close. They were best friends. They worked together in a number of different ways. So that was the way the early community was. And if you, as a hobbyist, if you were fortunate enough to become friends with one of these shop owners, you might be brought into this community. I was pretty young back then. I was in my 20s. In the 60s, but I still was welcomed some of the conversations and would hang out in shops for sometimes hours at a time, just chatting away. So it was a very friendly kind of environment back then, and one in which there was a real sincere desire to share the hobby and to get people more and more involved in it. That's virtually gone today. That virtually does not exist. We're getting more of it now on the web. We're getting it here. But we need to also have it in our local communities. And the guys who are doing this, who are online here, who are building their hobby, building their fish room, need to find ways of welcoming the local community into their fish rooms. It's absolutely critical to do that. It really is fundamental. That's where children get a taste of the hobby. And that taste for a little child, seeing those fish in a tank, that vision, that first vision of that first fish never leaves them. And they will seek to replicate that, to duplicate that, to get that back for the rest of their lives. It's absolutely vital to bring children in, and you're really not going to do it online. It really is not going to happen. It needs to be done in the local fish room. So all of these local fish rooms that are springing up, which are absolutely magnificent. I mean, we've got some of the most sophisticated hobbyists today that we have ever had. More so, there's a higher level of sophistication among the hobbyists in the hobby today than there has ever been. But it's not being shared in a really vital area. And that's the area of the local community, of children in the neighborhood. Anybody who's got a substantial hobby, who's not known to their local community, is missing out on the single most important aspect of their hobby, which is to share it directly and personally, not over the web, but directly and personally with families, with children, with people who are trying to get that first tank and really don't know what to do and need help. There's only so much we can do online. It needs to be hands-on. And you can provide that. You must provide that. It's not going to be provided by the big box stores. They're not going to do it. They don't know how. They don't even want to. It's got to be done by hobbyists in their local community. So, there's a difference. Plan on making it David Piper a breeding hobby swap fish shop. Oh, I love it. I love it, David. Very, very cool. Let me go back to what he's talking about. Finniper Puddle. Finniper J. Puddle. I love it. That's wonderful. Finniper J. Puddle says, hey all, are there any cons with using high flow in a deep sand tank without dirt? What about with dirt? There really are none, so long as you're not stirring up the substrate, Finniper. Just keep the flow up and it'll be fine. Foxy's fish. Can you imagine Roger Rabbit Fishley? Ah. And David Piper saying, once I build my hobby shed, it'll be open to the public. And that's such a super idea, David. Yeah, you can do it that way. You don't have to have people in your home. Set up a little shed, set up a little outbuilding on your property or something cheap somewhere. Do something that you're comfortable inviting people into. A breeding hobby swap fish shop. Love it. Billy Dog, do you want to know how I got into fish tanks? It's from watching that show called Tanked. Ah, amazing. Amazing. Lee, I need to find out if there's a local club. I couldn't go out much, but I could do that. Yeah, and you would love it. I don't know anything about clubs in England. I'm sure there are wonderful clubs in England. It's a really old hobby, been around for 150 years. I'm sure there's I know there's some amazing hobbyists in England, just really extraordinary people. And I can't imagine they're not sharing with each other. Let's see. Finniper J. Puddle, where have you been? How nice. Ah, Oh, David's talking about building a club up and doing auctions. I'll tell you, David, that's the way to do a club. If you do auctions at a club, your club is going to be a success. That's really all you need to do. And have somebody who has fun doing the auctions. It is a gas. It's the greatest kind of fun that you can have with fish. Pablo Dorman, I agree. When I saw my first tank of a friend, I said, wow, is that even possible to do here in my country? I really didn't know it was possible to do a lot of different things with aquariums. Thanks. You bet, Pablo. Absolutely right. One dirty planet, unique filtration can be used, such as hang on the backs. Drop-in can be baffled by decor. Good point, one dirty platy. Having lots of plants with a lot of flow, if you do it carefully, the plants will baffle the flow and redirect it. You know when they go crazy, they're not any fish or not many fish that really want a lot of very high flow. Oh, Thomas Badavanak. Hello, everyone. Was wondering if anyone knows what are the basic care requirements for biker. I think they're fascinating. Biker. Well, Thomas, you need a big tank. I need to show you. I've got a biker that's 2 foot long and is big around nearly as a softball. He's a monster fish. They get big. They get very, very big. So you need to be prepared for that. They're really extremely easy to keep. They're hardy. They're sturdy. They're a strong fish. They will eat little fish. So you once they get past a few inches, you really can't keep them with little fish or you'll lose the little fish. But they're very, very easy to keep. Just, do a little research on them. You'll find it's really a fun fish to keep and one that you can get growing pretty big. Foxy's fish. Haven't found any clubs in my area. Big box stores are my LFS. That's why I order everything online. The trick is to try to meet 2 or 3 people and start getting together in your home. Do like little tea parties or little home parties, and you can go around to different people's homes that way, just with a small group of 3 or 4 people to visit other fish rooms in your area. And a club can grow out of that. That also provides the opportunity for a lot of cross-fertilization, to share fish, to share ideas, to learn and see what other people are doing. It's a simple, friendly, easy, convenient way for a few people to get together on maybe a monthly basis and see what each other are doing. Lee says, Groucho Marx, I refuse to join any club that would have me as a member. I know, Lee. I know. The reality, of course, is that any club would have been delighted to have Groucho Marx as a member, or Lee Willcox, for that matter. I think you would be a great addition to any club. Love to have you here. Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Peplin Creek's going to make his own club. Mary Page, there she is. Abolished Farms is in. Good morning, Abolished Farms. let's see. We need to take a little break here, and let's see if I can play something without knocking myself offline again. I'm consistently knocking myself offline and don't know why I'm doing it. Let's see. Let's get down here. We did Lee, and we did, we should do, actually, let me do this again. We got a bunch of new people in. Well, tell you what, let's do Roxanne.
7 times I take trouble for the fish, he comforts me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my time of darkness, he is streaming right in front of me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Atom sand and let it be. Father's words of wisdom, let it be. When all the broken-hearted fishes living in the tank agree, there is an answer, let it be. For though it may be cloudy, there is still a chance that they can see. There is an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Add some sand and let it be. There is an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Add some sand and let it be. Father's words of wisdom, let it be.
Yeah, right. Back again. What happened? Song finished. And nothing else came up. Okay, that's a good thing. Lordy. I think what I'll do is play Aquatics piece at the, what time is it? 9 o'clock. We got an hour. Let's do it now. We got, let's see who's here. Let's see who's here.
Are you looking for a way to make some extra cash?
They send you a DK.
David Piper, my wife rolls her eyes when someone asks me about fish because they go on for hours. Yeah, you sound like you need a club, David. Lee will always be part of our fish club. You bet. You bet. Oh, he's re-updated it already. Wow. Okay, well, let's play it. This will be great fun. Let's see. All I got to do is, what did I do? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I've got a brain in my head. All right. Back to my channel. And then we go down, scroll down to the music of Father Fish, which is a playlist, would you believe? Okay, and we're going to scroll down to, oh, I got to go, oh dear. I gotta go to Aquatic Conquest to get it, don't I? Okay. 6 minutes ago. Here we go. Out of sight. Out of sight. Astounding. We need to get that on the Facebook group page. Tommy Denda is not here, I don't think, but he's been managing that. I don't know what it takes to post on it, but let's see if we can get it on there. Mary Page is here. Hello, Mary Page. Driving again, but listening. Just stop for a second. I'll be back in a little while. Loving the conversation as usual. Are you driving home, Mary Page? Let's see. Billy Dog. A couple of things Billy Dog he was talking about. He said there was a local LFS, but it went under, and now they've just got big box. But he said something else up here. Oh, I don't know where it is. Peplin Creek is saying he has a building with plans on doing exactly what you're talking about. Got delayed till spring now, but you will be proud for sure. You betcha. That's exciting, Peplin Creek. While I'm on the subject, Father Fish needs to retire. He's going to be an old man soon, and needs to go fishing. So he's looking for someone to take over this shop. And if he can't find anyone, it's just going to go out in bits and pieces. So anybody who wants to retire to Florida and run a fish store that's a break-even operation that they probably could figure out how to make a little money at is more than welcome to give me a call, because I'm looking right now. Let's see. One Dirty Planty saying, Fittimer J. Puddle, I am currently using a canister on a dirty tank, no issues. Feel free to join in and ask as many questions as you like. Great group here, you betcha. David Piper, we have one LFS here, the other two are chains. I try only spending money at the LFS, but have to go to the chains for things he can't get. Yeah, that's valid. I send people to chains. Yeah, I can't afford to sell new fish tanks. It's just part of the wackiness of the industry. PetSmart is owned by Central Pet. Central Pet also owns, among others, Tetra, Seagrass, and the major tank manufacturers. So they put tanks in their own shop and sell them cheaper in their retail shop than I can buy them at wholesale. So it makes no sense at all for me to carry small tanks. I carry used tanks. And frankly, I charge $1 a gallon and I sell out. Fortunately, their $1 a gallon sale doesn't go on year round. If they ever get to that point, I'm cooked. But that's kind of one of the issues. Yeah, I send people to PetSmart, Pet Supermarket, and they send people to me. I've got enough of a reputation, particularly at Pet Supermarket, that if somebody comes in with a fish they need to rehome, they'll send them to me and I'll rehome it. So I do that kind of thing routinely. Let's see. Abolished Farms, good morning, good morning. A fishy tea party, you bet, says Foxy Fish. Oh, Holly Gibbs. Fish fries. Funny stuff, funny stuff. David Piper, I just love talking to other people about fish. Don't we all? You betcha. Lee Willcox, Lee's Aquatics, Foxy. I am a diva girl. You're a silly twit, is what you are, Lee. That's why you sing, Lee. It helps. Oh, what was it? J-Dog. That's what it was. J-Dog was saying he was thinking about doing a a musical piece. That would be great fun. Lito Loco for fish. Have a blessed day. Good to meet you, Lito Logo. Thunder Aquatics. Weird glitch at the end. You notice that? Just a repeat. Thunder Aquatics. Pretty good. Yeah, I would say pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Thunder saying, who made this video? Great. Fox is saying my snails are adorable. She loves her snails. Foxy's Fish saying there's whispers throughout the fishy world of new songs coming for Father Fish. I've heard tell of 2 or 3. So I'm excited. Thunder Aquatic, Salt and Pepper's coming after you, Lee. You might just make this song more popular. Well, we got that covered. Lee's got it covered. He handled it appropriately. We're in good shape. There it is. I was thinking about coming up with a rap song, says Billy Dog. Great idea. Great idea. That would be super fun. Well, Billy Dog, thinking about moving my Cory Catfish babies to my big tank. Is it okay if I scoop them up and throw them in? Or should I be worried about stressing them? Just check and make sure the water is the same. If the pH is the same, just do it. Everything else is likely to be just fine. Not to worry. You might try 1 or 2 first, just to be safe. Arcus, let's get fishy with it. Let's see. Okay. Let's go back now to the bottom. She's getting quotes for Mary Page is getting quotes for engraving the memorial, the stone for the baby. Helping her get through the morning. Oh, dear God. Thunder Aquatics. If I had a chance to see our local fish owner's home fish room, wow, is an understatement. He has some bushy nose that the internet hardly knows exist. It was quite an honor. Got to try to talk him into getting online. That would be great fun. Aquatic Conquest, I would love my own shop. It is super fun. It really is. It puts you in touch with people on a daily basis who are excited about fish and want to get started and want to do something, or just come in to see what you got. I've got people who come in 5 days a week. Every day of the week, they're in here looking to see if I have anything new or looking to see what they've missed. I have my fish in planted tanks, and they're not always labeled, which makes them a little hard to find, which brings people back in more frequently than they might otherwise do, trying to find that elusive fish that they haven't seen yet. Fittifer J. Puddle, been thinking about lately changing careers. Are there any nonprofit or government jobs that don't require a biology, ichthyology degree? Gee whiz. I don't know. Steven's on here occasionally. You'll get to meet him, Fittifer. He'd be a good one to talk to because he's he's in the system on a federal level and has got a pretty good handle on just what you're talking about. Let's see. All right. Mary Page, I love bargain. My tank was a $5 yard sale buy. Yeah, I do that too. Lee, I got my 50-gallon free with a canister from a local website called Gumtree. People give away and take away. I'd never buy a new tank again. Thunder Aquatics at Mary Page. She bought my fish from Get Gills. Oh, who they're talking about. Jennifer Puddle, how do you donate, Mary? Mary, post the donation site, please. I'm sure there's some folks who would still like to make a donation to the baby's memory. Please post that. Have you ever met Ryan of Wild Fish Tank? He's in Florida and could be someone that might want to store Pebble and say, no, I don't know who that is. Wild Fish Tanks. Nope, I don't think I have. Ro's here. Good morning, Ro. No. One dirty member hit the like button. Where are we at? We're kind of right on top of it. What time is it? Come on. 9:20. We're in good shape. Lee, I could take over your shop. But while you're fishing, we'd need walkie-talkies. Well, yeah, my commitment is to work with anyone who wants to take it over for at least a year to make sure they're comfortable with the systems. Lee's saying he's a recluse. Well, we're certainly dragging him out. We are dragging him out. Oh, Chubbs is here. Good morning, Chubbs. How are you? Chubbs posted about 3 o'clock this morning, 4 o'clock, I think. And I saw the post and I fell asleep. I was trying to get back to sleep, so I didn't get a chance to look at it. Thunder Aquatics, who's the mod for the Facebook group? Tommy Denda. Thunder is mod for the Facebook group. Tommy Denda, who is not here right now. Yes, David's talking about Chubb's video this morning. I've got to get over and watch that. Patrick Paulson. Ooh, Father Fish. I have an air stone in one corner over at a power head placed with a sponge filter, and the air falls in the propeller chamber and get 10,000 small air bubbles all over the tank. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure I understand what you're doing. Are you using the power head on top of a sponge filter, and you've got an air stone just kind of hanging there over it. Wow, pretty cool. A power head's a great way to use a sponge filter. You just place it in the top on the tube. The only issue with it is it'll clog up pretty quick. You need to haul it out and change it pretty routinely. It does such a good job that it'll plug itself up in a matter of a week or so. But it's a great idea and a great way to use the sponge filter, particularly if you are really concerned about maintaining a very clean water column. Oh, Thunder's got Lee now. Remember, I've seen you yelling out the window to all the kids on the street. Yeah, right. Right. We got documentation for that one. One Dirty Platty made the last few approvals. I guess that's for the Father Fish group. Does it do anything on the natural CO2, Patrick? Well, gee. That's interesting. I doubt it. It will. Now let's see. Now the air that you're pushing is air coming from the environment. It's although you're also pushing water back into the system, recirculating that has gone through the filter, and that's going to have CO2 in it. So you probably are with the impact of the biologicals in the filter and the natural CO2 occurring in the water, you probably are increasing CO2 with the pump in the water column. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that, but I would bet it's true. I don't know how to measure CO2, but it likely is going to benefit your plant growth. Chubb's still working. Mary Page, what if we could all somehow, as a shoal, buy into it together? Funny girl. Where is that? No, I lost it. I feel like Father Fish is the most instrumental person in the industry. He's been a hidden secret far too long. Traffic stop. Well, that's going to change pretty quickly here, Mary, I think. I've got a gal coming in, a young, cute little girl whose name is Noelle. And Noelle, if you watch the digital walkthrough of the shop that's posted now on the community link on my homepage, and it's also on Google. We need to get it on the Facebook page as well. She's going to be doing all of the, what are they called? All of the social links and posting on all of them on a routine basis. So we're going to suddenly be getting a lot of coverage on a regular weekly basis, which should be driving traffic. So we're looking to really impact this thing substantially. And I have got to get on Patreon and start doing some things on Patreon. That's one of the reasons I need to try to get out from under this shop. There's so many things I need to be able to do that I just don't have the time to do running the shop. So I really need help here. I need it either taken over or somebody to work it and try to make an income out of it. There's not enough money for me to pay anybody, but I'm certainly willing to turn it over if I can get some cash out of it. to be able to move on and do some other things. Anyway, where are we? Let's see. Let me post the link. Anybody wants to come up? I don't know if you're ready, Lee, but happy to have you. If you are, be delighted. Let's see. I'm going to jump to the bottom and go backwards. A Mother Nature complex, Thunder Aquatic says. Something like that, I think. Something like that. I remember when I was in high school, a good friend of mine at the time also collected everything I collected. And we struggled with what is it that brings us, what is it that drives us to do this? And I'm just looking for a book. It's not here. I need to find it. It's a little book that I got from him 60 years ago. I need to find it. It's not a fish book. It's a nature book. I'm going to have to look for it. We struggled with that very idea. What is it that drives us to do this? That drives us to want to keep little animals in little tanks and try to make them happy and keep them healthy. I received a package yesterday. It says here, oh, there it is. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, boys and girls. Hi there. We know you got a package. I saw you pulling that plant out. I saw you pulling that plant out, and I knew you needed encouragement, so I knocked on your door. There we are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I saw you yesterday pulling the plant out.
Yeah.
I was watching you do that, and I knocked on your door.
You did?
Yeah, I did, and you would not answer. So I kept knocking and knocking, and I finally left the box for you, which you got, and you got it right there.
I've got my hands, well, this thing here.
You can kind of use it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I can hold the phone. I'm like a crab.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah.
So I can hold the phone like that, and this hand, it's my wrong hand. It's
That's
my
your
left hand, and I.
That's my right. Yeah.
So I just need to do something.
You did a really good job getting that plant out. That was perfect.
That was nothing to do with me. That was months and months of you, Cassie B, Mary Page, and
Chubbs.
Lord Chubbs of Tugs, sending me personal videos, making personal videos. And then he said, I heard him. He said, Lee needs to grow a pair.
Oh,
Oh, I heard him. I heard him. And then you know what he said this morning when I uploaded that video and he had time to watch it. He said, "Glad they dropped Lee, and you're welcome, Sue."
Get those turtles out and temporarily.
He's not listening. Chubbs was being.
okay.
That was an innuendo from Chubbs.
Have a nice day.
I need to get my mouse because
How's the diet?
I'll be back in a minute.
But it's not going bad.
Good, good. Bye, Betsy. Okay, so here we go.
He takes some space. Oh,
So I guess he can't
see,
hear
I'm
me
on
now.
you. Whatnots,
You cannot hear me now. Is that right?
and they
Got his ears out.
take time to kick in. Anyway,
Oh, there he is.
so did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said?
Say it again.
Well, after I made that video of me pulling that plant out, and I said that it was all because of Chubbs, and he said, Lee, in your live stream yesterday, Lee needs to grow up there. And I heard it. I wasn't paying much attention because I had other things on my mind, but I heard him say that. So he then writes back. I said, thanks for encouraging me, Chubbs, to grow up hair. And he says, that's all right, Lee. And you can tell Sue she's welcome. So you got to understand, it's not my fault. You see, when I was a kid, I grew up.
No, I think that's fine.
It's not my fault.
Not a
I
problem.
grew up when I was
problem.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I grew up watching Carry On films. You know the
Carry
ones? Yeah.
No, I
So
know what that is.
you don't know the Carry On films?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my goodness! You need to look them up, and you need to watch a few because it
Carry
was the
On.
late 60s, early 70s, late 70s, early 80s, and they were just funny comedy films
Huh.
about everything you could possibly imagine, and it was just full of innuendo. There was no swearing, there was no nakedness, it was just innuendo. So it's up to you to have the filthy mind as they're doing this comedy. And it was safe for kids, and most kids, it would go over their head. But if you watch one back now, as an adult, you'd think to yourself, they were so rude. But they weren't. So it's all innuendo.
Nice. Alishan is talking about a book called An Aquarist Journey by Rosaria LaCourte. Don't know the book. All right. We got the box.
Now, just consider where this has come from.
Come from right here. Yeah, it's come from right here.
I know, but just consider how far its journey has been.
Oh, I know. I know.
And look at the condition. Look at the condition.
Well, it's not too bad, is it?
It's perfect. A little tiny dent.
A little bunged up on the corner.
Perfect square. Perfect square.
How about that?
Perfect square.
They do a good job. They do a good job.
And I know that this cost you more than the label. The label says $24.50.
Yeah, more than the cup, actually.
I know it's more than the cup. And I know that this is more like a gift
than anything else.
Yeah, well, exactly. So anybody that has paid the $24, you've only paid for the shipping. You have not paid for the gift. And this, to me, is a gift.
Well, it is intended as such.
I know. And that's how, when I got those plants out. You saw it in my video, and you heard the knocking on the door. So could you understand how flabbergasted I was
Oh yes.
as I was getting
Yeah.
all of that right, and
Well,
there's
we
a knocking
all
on the door, and I still didn't mess it up. I
We
still
all
did it
were.
right. There you were. There you were. That
know
was you knocking
I know
on my door.
Right.
You couldn't make it up.
It's true.
Should I open
Absolutely
it?
true. You bet.
You're not
All
going
right.
to. You can't see me opening it. No. Oh, I've got a knife.
Oh, good.
I'm not allowed to have knives. No, I'm not joking either.
Yeah, I'm sure. My daughter calls them sharps. She keeps them out of the hand of all the children she
I'm
works
50,
with.
I'm 50 plus years old and I'm not allowed one. Oh, look. Right, hold on. Don't cut yourself. Don't cut. I almost cut my headphone cables off.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's why I'm not allowed to have a knife. Right.
All right.
Oh, Cheezos. You sent me Cheezos.
Yeah, not a bit of good. No. They got stale crossing the ocean.
You're not kidding. Ah, is that it? Is that what you sent me? Stale Cheezos?
Right?
I don't want them. I don't
dear.
want the
You're going to make a
Cheezos.
mess. Who's
Sue
going to
can clean it up. Sue can
Oh, dear.
Sue clean it up. She said, do the unboxing live. Send me a
Right,
photo. She can clear all that up.
Ah,
What's this?
you're bad. You're a bad boy.
A box within a box.
Box in a box.
It's like the TARDIS. Big
And
on the
that's
outside. No, hold on a minute. It's the other way around, isn't it? Little on the inside. No. Little on the outside, big on the inside.
Yep.
Oh, do I have to use the knife again? Oh.
It's a hard one to open.
Don't cut yourself. I could have done a gag there. I could have got some tomato sauce out and pretended I stabbed myself in the leg or something, couldn't I? Oh! Wait a minute. Wait, I'll be back in a second. Just wait. Just wait. I'll be 2 seconds. Oh, what a mess!
I guess he's going to go get coffee.
Oh, she's at
Now
work.
the wormhole is here. Hello, down the wormhole. Nice to see you. John Cox. Hello, John Cox.
I'm back. Right. See this?
Oh, okay.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
don't know. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I
Right.
hate him. I hate him.
Right.
Seaport, right. Can I tell you a little story?
What?
Driving to work. Not me, taking Sue to work. We've got the radio on, and I'll whistle along and I sing. We've always got the radio on, and I started whistling to this song, and it was a Justin Bieber song. And Sue sits there next to me, and she's going, "Oh, you love him, you know all of his songs." And I'm going, shut up, I don't, I hate him. "Oh, you do, you know all of his songs, you love him. And then it was my 50th birthday last year, and I got this box, and she always knew I wanted a really nice, intricate pocket watch, right? And I'm thinking, I've got a pocket watch, a really expensive pocket watch, to go with my suit and
Right.
all of that. And then I opened it up, and it was this. And what she done, she got a mate at work to order it and have it delivered to her house so that it wouldn't come to ours because I'd probably open it. So on my 50th birthday, she's bought that. So the day after, I'm taking her to work, and what she doesn't know is I'd learned all the words to one of his songs, and I was just hoping that we'd be in the car and they'd play his song on the radio, and they did. How did it go? can't remember now. Is it okay to say I'm sorry? Because I'm loving more than just your body. And the whole way to work, I was singing a Justin Bieber song. Anyway, that's in our kitchen. That can go in the bin. That's gone. I'm not shallow. I'm not.
Look at that.
And you know what I'm going to do with it later, don't you?
I don't want to.
We've already had this conversation.
I don't want
to. No, and I'm not going to say it again. That was when I was wrong. I'm much better now.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Far more well behaved. Far more well behaved.
Wonderful.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, I have. We
Yeah,
have all
there you go.
that you're trying hard.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard. I still like to have a little joke, but I'm not going.
We
as
would not be
bonkers.
happy if you did not.
No. What?
The little jokes are the best
that's
part.
all right, but not the filthy stuff. I can't be doing that anymore.
Right.
That's
One
really
Dirty
naughty.
Flatty just did us a $3 super sticker. Thank you, One Dirty Flatty.
Everyone's paying me attention. So One Dirty Platty has to go, I'm going to send you a sticker. Oh, nice one, One Dirty Platty. All about you, isn't it? It's all about you.
That's it, right? If let's see, Albert DeBoer saying nice mug. If you would like a mug, I am gonna order some more, I guess. Donate $25 to you to what's it called? PayPal account, fatherfish@fatherfish.net. $25 and we'll send you out a Fatherfish mug. Doesn't help the bottom line, but it helps the ego. Nice.
Oh, it is your sand, everyone. Oi, everyone, put it in your sand. Right?
There
and then put it in your sand in. It's your sand.
Inch of sand, right. Patrick Farm, GRB. Hello, GRB. What else? Ro is here.
Oh, hello, Ray. How's that Rhett doing?
Rhett's not here. I don't know where Rhett is.
Rhett's in bed.
Probably. Rhett came on yesterday and said he released the Kraken. He woke Ro up. Albert DeBoer, I live across the Atlantic.
What did he do to that Kraken?
Well, that's where Lee is from, Albert. Lee is in England. I also sent one to Tommy Denda in Denmark. So we're not averse to shipping these across the ocean. Make your donation if you want to add a little more for shipping. Shipping is about $20. And we'll be delighted to send you a mug. Albert DeBoer, Elishon. Another good read is Confessions of a Tropical Fish Addict by Ross Socolof. Know the book well. I knew Ross well. He was a good friend. I've got a copy of his book. I think a signed copy. It is a wonderful book, just full of great stories. And in fact, he mentions some other friends, Merle Cohen, he talks about in his book. Rose saying that Rhett's in bed. I hope he's feeling better, Ro. Patrick Lee says, take a cupcake, Lee. All right. Anyway, I hope Red's feeling better, that his infection is clearing up. Lee's perseverating on the cup now. Which one's going to talk? Look at that. Look at that.
Keep it dirty. Keep it dirty.
Oh dear.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, one and all.
He's gone. And with that, he's gone. Thank you, Lee. That was delightful. And thank you, One Dirty Platty, for the $3 super sticker. Thank you so much. Ro, your mug is in the mail. I shipped it yesterday. Mary Page, I didn't know what address to send yours to. Gregory Bell, I had 2 addresses. You need to pick one. And Steve, I need your last name, One Dirty Platty, to be able to properly fill out the paperwork to get your mug to Canada. So those are the 3 that are waiting. What is this? Finniper J. Puddle. Let's see. I need Finniper J. Puddle just did. If I can find it. Where is it? Albert DeBoer. Finniper. Jumping. There it is. Got it. Okay. Finniper J. Puddle just sent $24.99. Just wanted to show my appreciation. And if appropriate, please send some of this to Mary. My dirted tank is a stress reliever so far, and breeding puppies like mad. The info and community is priceless. Thank you, Father Fish and all. I will be happy to forward that to Mary. I know she's going to be, they're trying to put together the money to do all of the final steps, memorializing their baby. So she will get this, Finniper. Thank you so much. Oh dear. Rose said Brett took some of her sleeping meds last night. He's fine, just a grouchy ass this morning. Tell him to go back to sleep. Jobs. Oh dear. Yeah, it's nuts the way. Thank you, Finniper, so very, very much. Appreciate your support. And Ro is here. Hi, Ro. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
All right.
On the couch with my littles here.
Nice to have you with us.
Nice to be here, Father Fish. I'm not going live this morning. I figured I'd hop on here with you for a little bit.
Well, all right. Yeah, we're going to be here another 10 minutes or so, maybe. Somebody said we ought to do 3 hours. I'm not sure I'm up for that.
Might be a bit too much, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Depends how I feel and what's going on. Oh, anyway, I did put your mug in the mail yesterday. So it'll be however long it takes to get to you. You'll probably get it Monday or Tuesday.
Lee was cracking me up on there.
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it?
He's a mess.
Right. How did he do that?
He was acting like you were Santa and everything.
Funny stuff.
So, have you decided to sell the shop? I've kind of been in and out here lately with everything going on.
I'm really reaching the point where I need to do some things that I just can't get done. and I'm pulled in too many directions, and nothing is getting done appropriately. And the real growth is in the direction of YouTube and all of that stuff, and not the shop. So, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I mean, the way to do this would be to get somebody running it. But I'd have to be able to get a little money out of it, I think, to make that work. And it's not making enough to pay anybody. So it's kind of a problem.
Well, I'll be coming down, hopefully. I got a court date, and Rhett, I forgot about Rhett. He went to court, and they treated it as his first DUI, so he's got to spend a weekend in jail. But yeah, and then we're going to come on down. I think Steven's wanting to do that thing the 1st of October, and after the first week of October, we're going to jet down there, and me and you and your accountant, if you want.
I think we lost you. Roman, please post. Roman Chirac is here. We just lost Ro. The Lee Willcox calling for 3 hours. Well, that's if we can keep Ro. We'll see if she can come back on.
Oh, well. I guess
There she is.
Am I
We
back?
got you. You're
Yeah,
back.
I'm back. I think it's my internet being wacky. But yeah, we'll sit down with me, you, and your accountant if you want to, and we'll figure something out to where you can pursue what you got to do and have the shop running too if you want to when I come down in October.
Well, I'm certainly open to the option.
Yeah.
If I can get it running, I'd rather keep it going, but I can't afford to do it and do anything else.
Right.
And the shop's not getting the kind of support it needs either. So, yeah, I'll look forward to that conversation.
Okay, we'll be sure to do that. And we'll thank you guys. I don't know, my internet's going crazy. It might cut me off again, but I had trouble trying to get on my computer this morning.
Let's see. One Dirty Platty talking to Aquatic Conquest about wants to use the link, I guess from the group, from the Father Fish group page on Facebook. The Facebook group link, right?
Yeah, I just I got that up on my computer and was going to check it out, and my computer went kaput.
Huh.
But I'm going to get online today and check it out.
Yeah, Alishon wants to know if I know Chuck Davis. Alishon, everyone knows Chuck Davis. Anyone who is anyone knows Chuck Davis. And if you don't know Chuck Davis, you're not from either New Jersey or Florida. So we'll excuse those people that don't know Chuck Davis, so long as they're from out of state. You don't know Chuck Davis? You will. You will get to know Chuck Davis. Oh, you do or don't?
I don't.
You don't. You will. Chuck Davis is the ultimate fish character. We've had him speak to our club a number of times. He's been in my shop a number of times. Just a hale and hearty fellow. Wonderful guy. He's an older guy, not quite my age. He's from the Miami area and has a club over there, the Gulf Coast, I think it's called, Gulf Coast Club. Super guy. He's a little ball of a man. Got a 5'6" or so, round as a ball, and just full of himself. Got a beard. Wears hats all the time. If you look on my Facebook page, you're likely to find a picture of him, and then follow him. He's a great guy and somebody you'll enjoy getting to know. Yes, I do know. Where'd it go now? GRB. One Dirty Plenty. The Kraken is in Seattle. Susan is here. Hi, Susan. Let's see. Well, we lost her again. We're having trouble keeping Ro. We'll see if she comes back up. Lee says, my ancestors back in the old days created a town, Willcox, Wyoming. They must have been chased away because we're all here in England now. Willcox. One Dirty Planet going for 50 likes. Let's see, let me get over. Where are we at? We're at 41. 40 watching. When they were chased out of America, they came back to England and being smart added an extra L so no one could find them. Funny stuff. Alishan still makes trips up north to visit and does fish shop hops and club talks. Been doing it for years. We're trying to get the clubs back again, back meeting again, so that so we can bring people like Chuck back in. We miss him. Bye, Chubb. See you later. See if Ro's back. Not yet. I've got to stay on StreamYard. There is a little beep that occurs when somebody clicks on. So if I hear that and I'm on YouTube, I can jump back over. Yeah, Roman. Yeah, Billy Dog's talking about the fatherfish at fatherfish.net is also the name of my account on PayPal. So it's the same for email. So where do you know Chuck from, Alishan? Are you in Jersey? Well, come on back on when you can, Ro. Oh, okay. Sorry. There she is. You're back.
There we go.
Good.
Yeah.
Back for a while, huh?
Yeah, let's hope it works this time. I've got you guys up on a table now instead of in my lap. I'm hoping that my daughter wasn't kicking. She kept moving and bumping the computer, so I was hoping she wasn't knocking me off, but we'll see.
Okay. Let's see.
Ellie, say good morning, Father Fish.
Who's talking about Chevy fish? One Dirty Platy. Foxy fish, it sounds like some Chevy fish. Something Chevy fish. Well, I don't know what that's related to. I know Chevy fish. Chevy fish lurks all the time. She's here. And if we need expertise and nobody else has got it, she'll be sure to chime in.
She
So-
will. She's awesome.
But we know she's always here. Love you, Chevy Fish. Elishan in PA, longtime member of the New Jersey Aquarium Society. So that's where you know Chuck from. Bunch of cool people up there.
There she is.
There's Chevy Fish. Smiling at us.
She told me to get, she went shh yesterday when I hollered at her in chat.
I know. I
I
know.
love her.
Funny, isn't it? Facebook group link. One Dirty Platy is posting. So what do you think of Aquatic Conquest's magnum opus there? That did you have a chance, Ro, to see Aquatic Conquest's piece? You didn't see it.
No,
What
I
time?
missed it.
We'll do it. Let's do it. Shall we do
Okay.
it? You
Do
guys
it.
want to do it? Let's do
Yeah.
it. Ro hadn't seen it yet. We got some new folks here. Let me see if I can get it. See if I can get it up. We're probably going to lose something doing it. I usually lose something or someone, like myself. Let's see.
Hello, Mary.
That ain't it. Where is it? Oh, I've got it. That's right. I got to go over to his webpage to get it because I haven't copied it over. Here we go. Now get on StreamYard. I'm probably going to lose you.
It's okay.
Hey, Recon. Fishing tank decks. That's Lee's tank, I think.
How pretty. Pretty. Something else.
That's right, Lee.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's neat.
amazing. Amazing.
I do. I'll have to send
Yeah,
some shooting footage.
Pretty cool. Yeah, do send him something. Lee
That's
says. Lee says the globe says it all. People from all over the world talking about me, baby. I mean, fish, snails, frogs, plants, troubles, strife, and giving all the help we need with a laugh along the way. Jeremy's here. Hi, Jeremy.
Still on?
Yeah, I'm still on.
Still on?
Pull a chair up.
Yeah.
Hey, don't adjust your cameras, ladies. I am this handsome.
Show him, Father Fish.
Yeah, he won't get in the camera. Get in front of me. Come in front of there.
There we go.
Ah. You got beautiful blue eyes, by the way.
If I can find the camera.
Look at him. You're so purty. We say purty around here. Purty.
Party.
Purty. I can't
Jeremy,
wait for the coffee mug.
it's J-Dog. Yeah, it'll be there first of the week.
Why don't you have this on?
Awesome. I can't wait.
Hmm?
Why don't you have this on dark mode? It'd be easier to see. It'd be easier on your
Yeah,
eyes
well,
too.
I need to do that with mine as well. I've got mine on the light mode.
It's easier on the eyes.
It just, it jumps.
I stare at one
Is
of
it
these
right
like,
there?
12 hours a day minimum.
That ain't it.
Oh, that ain't it.
I
Check
can't.
settings down here.
I don't think so. I don't think I can do it here.
Oh, you know what? It's probably up there.
Yeah.
I'll probably bring them in the middle of October GRB.
Oh, that's not it. Huh. I've never seen this end of the stream.
He does have a happy, friendly face, doesn't he, Lee?
Music videos or what's that? That ain't it. I'm trying to do dark mode here. Can't figure it out. Extensions. Tube buddy. I'll do it.
Oh, actually, I do have an extension that makes it all dark. I don't remember what it's called, though. Probably don't want to mess with it right now.
All right. What are we at? Where are we at?
It's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 11.
GRB. You're a star even more so than your own video, GRB, saying to Lee.
There's half your face, half my face. This is a great video.
There you go.
One more like for 50, one dirty bloody says.
We could stay on long enough to get another light, Father Fish. I'm sure you'll get another one soon.
Yeah, let's see. I need to jump back over.
I can log into another account.
There you go.
There it
We'll
is,
get one.
51. I got
Got it.
51.
All right, sweet.
Story goes when they were, oh, we did that. That's Lee's story. Lee says, don't go, don't go.
Yep, I
Lee.
broke up the party.
We got to get a little work done.
We do. It's for everyone's benefit, though. So it'll be
Right, right. It's
You
going to
guys
be
doing
good.
today?
It'll be good.
What are y'all doing today?
Well, we're working on the website and making plans for all the social media stuff.
Awesome.
So we're going to start next week. We're going to be hitting this stuff pretty hard. I need to start sending out some product. So we got to get the shipping put together. Just a bunch of things. Mainly getting the website right so we
Yeah.
can start shipping out.
I just redid all your Florida natives.
I
Did you look at it?
Oh, did you know? So I looked earlier and you had 2 in there.
Yeah, I
So-
changed it. It's like 6 or 7.
Oh,
now.
good. So you got them all in.
Well, they
Nice.
were already there. It was just too hard to see, so I had to fix it.
Right, right. Lee could get Gullyman out to give an extra like. We got them. We're there. Nevi Mulcahy. Nevi Mulcahy. Hi. Neve or Nev? Nevi, Nev, Neve. Nev, I guess. Recon's Aquariums. Gotta work. Good to see you. Billy
You too.
Dog. Okay. So what do we do here now? We need to We need to get. Where do we need to get? We need to get.
Is the website ready for everyone to go visit yet or no?
Need to. Well, we're gonna get. We're gonna get Lee back up here.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. And we'll get him singing and dancing.
Hello, Mary, try and sort this one out. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that can be. Let's talk about fish.
Yeah.
Fish. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish.
To this channel, that's where you get.
Instrumental break.
It was breaking up. It's not breaking up.
Reset your router like I said.
I did. What a minute.
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. 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 Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish.
I did too, yeah.
This is as live as it gets.
Let's talk about
Oh,
fish.
yeah.
Fish.
Yeah!
I think that.
Thank you, Lee.
That's awesome.
Sharing. Dog Sulu. Sharing. Nice to see you. Okay, we're going to run. Lee's out cold. I hit him again. Says Gullymon. Bye. No, we love you. Bye, guys. Thanks
Love you guys.
for coming on, Ro. Love you.
No
Take care.
Bye, y'all.
See you all